Peace. Who's this in here with me? Peace, one Miss Love and Life. How you doing, sis? Oh, the blue hearts. Yes. I was like, it's just, I felt blue today, you know? Give me y'all energy. Oh, yeah, we've been missing y'all too. Peace. Who is this? Black Moonlight. Peace to you. The Dragon Manifest Show. Peace to you. Yes, it's definitely been we've been going through a lot of changes and transformation and cycles of life and death and rebirth. And so yeah, we hadn't been able to get on as much as we usually do, but I wanted to do a surprise pop-up because I just felt the need to connect with you all. And I felt like that maybe you all may be feeling as energetically scattered as we are, and so I wanted to come on just to take the time out of my readings and stuff to do this because I hadn't even been able to do the collective readings, y'all. It's been so hectic, you know. So I wanted to just touch y'all and let y'all know that we are okay. We are here. We've been going through some major transformations, but that's a part of life. Peace, Mater Kual. Peace to you. Peace, Ya Ansantewa Hamilton. Peace to you. Bibiana Silva. Peace to you as well. Sleeper. Y'all got some cool ass names. Judah Capano. Peace to you. Thank you for joining me. Angel Slang 13. Peace to you. Y'all up in here. Peace to you, Sageism. You just put loud. Wow. Sageism. That's so awesome. See, not knowing what you're doing is in sync. Ain't that awesome? That's the one good thing. One of the good things about the awakening is you can get to a point where you're confused and you don't know what the hell going on and what you need to be doing. And just to know that other people are going through that lets you know that you're still in sync. So it's okay. Peace to you, Sin, and thank you for that. Much love and prosperity to you as well. And thank you, moderators. Peace, Hathor Kare. Peace to you, beautiful. Peace. Thank you, beauty and energy. Peace to you as well, Bronze Flat Power King. Peace, Weirdo Gang all day. Absolutely. Peace to you, Janet. So look like y'all probably feeling some of the energy we feeling. So first, I just want to introduce myself again. I'm Khamsin the Oracle. I am an empathic, intuitive, a psychic medium, all of the clairs. And this is a gift that I have had my whole life, but I've been working to master and develop and strengthen. And I just use my gift to share from the experience of another awakener. So for those of you who might be new and it's your first live, I'm not a, licensed therapist or anything like that. I'm simply a sovereign awakening soul who knows that I'm here to share this journey with others. And yeah, it's part of my mission. So y'all, let me get into it. I don't even know where to begin, okay? I guess I'll begin with why you hadn't seen us. So we were affected by COVID, okay, the virus, okay, which we feel like is radiation poisoning, but we were impacted by that. We're okay. As you can see, everybody is better. We use the treatments that we've talked about. Treatments, not cures, treatments. We talked about some herbs and stuff that's good for it. We did that. We had some experiences, some major life-changing experiences and things that we are going through still in the crux of it. We have been in the mud. And there are just sometimes I want to talk about that because for those of us who are going through the spiritual awakening, I'm sure that y'all are feeling the chaos too. Maybe you don't have situations per se in your life that's going on where you can pinpoint why you feel off or chaotic or feel like you're not living your best life and you don't know how to get there. That just may be showing up internally for you with how you think and the way that you perceive things, or you could be seeing it externally in your life like we are. This can include things like a lot of people are dying. A lot of people are getting diagnosed with illnesses. A lot of people are having severe mental health emergencies, spiritual emergencies, which I wrote a whole blog about on the website. So go and read it if you haven't. It's a very real thing. A lot of people are going through dark night of the soul. And the awakening, it sounds great, but it's really a very difficult process. It's much like a woman being in labor. And so you're in labor, you're laboring so that you can be reborn, so that you can come out of the constraints and limitations of the 3D matrix and come into the fullness and the full potential of who you are and who you are here to be. Because we are entering into the new age with which Mayans and Ethiopians, a lot of ancient cultures predicted this time using more so the moon to create the calendar versus, the way the Gregorian calendar is set up. So as we are entering into this, we have Saturn gonna conjunct Pluto, if I'm not mistaken. We have it's so many, we just got through another lunar eclipse. It's so many major planetary things that are aligning and happening right now. And it can feel overwhelming. So maybe you're just going to work, going to school, and everything feels normal, but in the inside, you feel anxiety. In the inside, you feel worry, fear, concern, dread, and it just kind of goes in and out. It's just it's hard to feel one thing and just feel that one thing. You find yourself feeling like you're all over the place. For those of you who've been using the tools, it's like, I got the crystals, I got this, I got that. Should I be doing mantras? Should I be meditating? Should I focus on using my crystals and learning them? Should I focus on using my potions and doing rituals and ceremonies with my potions? Like, what should I be doing? Should I just be writing new decrees? Should I be scripting my life? Should I be doing shadow work? Should I be journaling? Do I need a reading? I need direction. We're all experiencing all these questions because that's what we're here to do. We are fragments of source here to have this experience, just to find our way back to source, to find our way back to our sovereignty, to retrieve the parts of our soul that were fragmented and depleted, and to regather those parts to become whole again. The questions and that pull is coming up because you desire to be whole. You don't want to be empty. You don't want to be unhealed anymore. It's almost like I won't even tolerate being empty and unhealed anymore. And so it's almost like we're having to go to war inside of ourselves. This is the war of the heart. Okay, this is Armageddon. So there have been a lot of accidents, car accidents. We even had an accident. We've been seeing accidents. We've been seeing bikers getting ran over, and it's just been, it's just been so much, and it can be overwhelming. So I want to share with you some of the things that I've been feeling and experiencing that I feel like will help you. Okay. First, I have a 528 frequency tuning fork. Okay. And you can get these from Amazon if you've never seen these before. Okay. Who is this that you're talking to my heart? Fitness Girl Fun. Peace to you. Yes, I'm telling you, y'all, this last full moon, boy, that eclipse, it brought stuff to the surface and it amplified it. Corona mass ejection. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And we're feeling it now. So 528, this is the frequency of love. Okay. And even if our spiritual paths may be a little different, because this awakening is not about us all agreeing that one thing is right the way it was in organized religion. It's about finding what's right for you. But one thing that's right for everybody is love, the frequency of love. And it's undeniable. So I'm going to do this to just get you tuned before I get into energetically what I feel happening, what to expect. And I'm going to pull a card and give you an exercise to do totally free, because we just want to help. Okay. And if y'all been feeling any of what we've been feeling, it's a lot. Okay. It's a lot. You're just starting to doubt yourself. You go from feeling super confident and feeling like I'm a god, I'm a goddess and I'm powerful. And then the next minute you crying and you're like, I feel hopeless, what the hell, this situation, I just can't, I don't even know what to do. So Let's start it with the tuning fork. Let's get in love. You see, I got the rose quartz on. We got more of these on the site, y'all. So usually when Ernest do crystals, it's kind of limited in how much he does, because these products, I don't know, it's not like a mass production thing. It's really has to be spiritually a spiritual impulse when we do these products, and there's a reason and strong intention behind it, and it's something we feel that can serve the collective. So there are more rose quartz if you like to, and as you all know, I've been charging these rose quartz since the beginning of October on the Oshun altar. So rose quartz charged with Oshun's archetypal energetic love, the divine being who is the representation of love. Like that's just a triple, you know? So why not? Like if it's gonna hit us hard, why not go all the way in? So we going all the way in and we doing it with love, all right? Because we're gonna talk about darkness. And you definitely need self-love when you're dealing with your darkness. All right, here we go. Hope y'all can hear this. Just allow your energy, just allow your energy to ground. Breathe in the sound. Breathe in the sound. All right. And it's still going. Even though you can't hear it, it's still going. So this sound, somatics, sound frequency vibration affects matter, and it causes it to take a different shape. So that's why I wanted to start with that. All right. Darkness. Y'all, listen. It's so many things that I could say. It's so much I have wanted to say. It's so much that's going on in my life right now. And it's so many crossroads. We're standing at multiple crossroads at one time, having to make very big life-changing decisions that impact everybody in our family and everything. It can feel like, what the hell? I'm doing the best I can, and I want to tell you, if you are going through your own trials and tribulations, I need you to know that you are already equipped with everything that you need to get through it, and not just survive it, but come out the other side with something to be proud of. You would not be going through what you're going through if you didn't have what it takes inside of you to overcome it. And this is not just trying to pep you up. I'm being real. I'm being honest. You can get through this. You got this. You orchestrated this. Everything that's happening in your life is a culmination of decisions, thoughts, patterns, belief systems, and habits. So if what is going on in your life right now was created ultimately by you, whether it was conscious or not, yeah, other people throw stuff in the bowl, but it's your pot and it's your stove, you know, then let that encourage you that I can get through this. I can get through this. I don't care how dark it seems. We are at a point where we have to say, I will not allow my perspective to dictate the outcome of my life. This is what spiritual awakening is about. It's about learning how to take control of the narrative of your life. We have been being purged. We have been challenging belief systems. We've been releasing belief systems. We've been reprogramming our subconscious minds. We've been doing self-love and shadow work. We've been doing it. We've been doing chants and mantras and rituals, which we call rituals, and ceremonies and moon gazing and sun gazing and star gazing and walking in nature. Like, I know if you're watching this, you've been doing some of this stuff, if not all of it. We've been wanting to connect with our ancestors. We've been desiring to know our heritage. We've been desiring to know what are the laws of the universe and how can I use them in my life. like we have. And so 2020 is the year of mirrors. And so what is happening is, on a collective level, we've been churning up so much stuff that maybe some of us churned up more than we were really ready for. But that's okay too, because if you have churned up more than you were really ready for, then that means that you're going to get to the outcome faster. Let me tell you how you know that you go get through it. Let me tell you how you know that you are going to come out on top, because you begin feeling the doubt and the fear show up. Yes, that's how you know you go succeed. Because the ego self, the false self, was created from when we were children by coping mechanisms. When someone would do something that hurt us, or neglect us, or maybe it could be abuse by default of just not being loved enough. Whatever it was, you begin creating, okay, it's not safe for me to be in my emotions. Okay, boy, it's not supposed to cry. Okay, it's not okay for me to be sensual, even though I'm a woman, okay, that's not okay. Let me shut that down. Let me shut that. Okay, it's not safe. Okay, it's not safe for me to speak how I feel. I'm gonna get a whooping if I speak how I really feel to my parents. Okay, it's not all of that stuff, right? And so now it's all starting to churn to the point where you feel like you're in conflict with yourself. And it's the ego. The ego on a collective level is going through an ego death. This is what is being commanded, if you will, of us, of those awakening to their divinity. So you have this challenge between fate and destiny, this challenge between your higher self and your lower self. So when you start feeling the fear and the doubt show up, that is a sign that you are going to succeed, because of the laws of the universe, because of the law of polarity, because of the way the pendulum swings. It gotta go low before it go high. You cannot dribble a basketball just looking at simple laws of physics. You gotta throw it down, and it's gotta hit something. It's gotta meet some type of resistance, and then it can bounce back up. You want to be that basketball. And when you get through down, you want to say, you know what? But when I get up, whatever, however much force and inertia was put behind me getting through down, and you get through around by life, I am going to go as high as I was thrown down, if not higher. And you want to hold on to that. See, y'all, we're coming out of being automatons. We're coming out of being reliant on stuff outside of ourselves to make us feel whole and feel better. We're having to be more accountable to how you talk to yourself. So your shadow self is the wounded self, and all of the defense mechanisms that it created to keep you safe. It ain't doing nothing wrong. It's just doing its job. So no, you don't want to kill your ego. You want to integrate. You want to be able to be aware of what's happening, but be in control of the way that you react to life. Be in control. You can't control everything, but you can control your perspective. So what's being asked of us, and it is a huge thing to ask of us, but this was simulated, okay, so that we could return back to the divinity that we fell from. So the challenges that's coming into your life right now, I know it does not feel fair. You may be watching this video and it ain't quite hit yet, but trust me, if you're awakening, it will, because the awakening is all about cycles and phases. So I want to give you something that I've been doing to help myself process this. And I'm going to tell you one very important thing that you need to process everything that is coming up for you, coming up from deep core wounds, maybe past lives, generational trauma. You must, if you don't do anything else, breathing techniques. If you don't do anything else, you got to journal. You have to journal. If you don't do anything else, some type of body movement to shake the trapped emotions out of your body. We did the qigong exercise. It's just shaking every part of your body. I did it. It was funny when I rewatched it because I was just like, it just looked like I was just trying to shake my titties, but I really wasn't. But you know, your titties need to shake too. So just shake your titties, your ass, your arms, your feet. I'm serious, y'all. It sounds crazy. This is why little kids have tantrums. See, children are they're not programmed yet. So if you look at how they respond in situations, and they're shaking that energy that's trying to store itself in them, and they shaking it off, even to the point of throwing themselves to the floor. So this is a practice. This is an ancient practice, and you ain't gotta be perfect, but you can look up. If you missed the video where we showed you how to do it, you can look it up and just watch, shaking stress away. Type in Qigong exercise to deal with stress. Y'all got to move that stuff through your body. See, we're becoming energetically responsible for how we live. And it's not something that we're used to because we were on autopilot. Humanity has been on autopilot. Now we're coming out of that and we're having to be deliberate creators of life, deliberate creators of the energy on the planet. Deliberate, because we are the ones that are here to create the construction of the new earth. So in order to do that, you have to have you must have you can't use the old stuff. It's not gonna work because this is a new world. So a lot of the tools that we were given was stuff that was supporting being stuck in the matrix and not being able to return to your sovereignty, to be whole again. And it was constructed like that, to keep us trapped. So now that you are getting that off, you got to move this energy. You got to be energetically responsible. You got to practice spiritual hygiene. You don't have to, but it would definitely benefit you to do these things. Sage or Palo Santo, keep it simple, simplicity, keep it practical as possible. It doesn't have to be elaborate because sometimes that makes you get overwhelming. Am I doing this right? Keep it simple. Do your salt baths. Do your spiritual baths. Now, I'm going to give you something else that you can do right now with me, just so you can feel how intense our ability now to interact with energy has become and how conscious it is. Okay, so you can just begin, if you can, if you're not driving or nothing, it's safe. Just rub your hands together, and I want you to deep breathe. Okay, rub your hands together, and when you deep breathe, I want you to pull your stomach. Okay, make sure that you're pulling air in and filling your stomach, and you're just going to wrap that air all the way around your lungs, your heart, all your whole body. Imagine that air moving through your whole body. If you want to imagine it being a certain color, that's great too. You can do that. It's powerful. This is using your third eye. We have to exercise the third eye. Physical exercise is important, yes, and it's beneficial, but exercising the third eye is very, very important. And so that's what you're doing. Whenever you visualize something, no matter how simple it is, you are exercising your third eye, which is going to give you the ability to perceive life from a higher perspective and not have to be trapped in the mental enslavement of perceiving everything that happens to you that's dark and as being bad or coming to kill you or hurt you. It's not. Nothing is coming to destroy you. Let that be your vibration. Nothing that's coming in my life is coming to destroy me. Everything that's coming in my life is coming to heal me. And you just rub your hands together and just talk. You're talking to your inner self. You're talking to the kingdoms within you, the ancestors within you. You're talking to the Orishas, the nether. See, these energies are all inside of us. Okay, so you rub your hands together and you just talking, you stirring up that energy, that vibration, that movement. You got the chakras in your hands moving. You like, no, I'm holding on to this. I'm not who I used to be. I'm not perfect. Thank you for the donation. May it return to you. Who said, hey, Leslie, 36 to 100 fold, sis, whatever it is that your heart desire, may that return to you, because this is good ground. This is good ground. Yes, we sow in good ground, right? We don't throw our pearls to swine. Speak it. Speak it. Just speak whatever you need to speak. I'm broken right now. I don't know what to do. I'm not working. I'm getting evicted. Maybe my car getting taken. I'm sick. I can't afford medication. I can't, like, whatever it is, I can't connect with my spirit guides. I can't meditate. I want to do it so bad, but I can't. I can't get abundance. What's happening? Why am I not manifesting abundance? Whatever it is, call it out. Just call it out. Call it out. Call it out. And then you make sure that you encourage yourself and praise yourself. I thank myself for being able to survive the stuff that I went through, right? Thank yourself. Praise yourself. I am so proud of myself that I grew up with a family who did not really know how to give love because they didn't have it. I'm so proud that I survived that. Just speaking. You speaking. In the beginning, God said, and everything manifested. When you speak, you are manifesting. Absolutely, you are. Absolutely, you are. If you've been speaking something negative for 5 years, it may take 6 to manifest the opposite of that. It may take much less, but don't ever stop speaking it, because whatever you feed the most is what's going to rule your life and your reality. What are you feeding? Are you feeding yourself good stuff? How are you treating yourself? What kind of soul food are you feeding your soul when you speak to yourself? So this is the moment now to just speak. I love myself. I love myself. I even love my shadow self. I even love my ego because I know that I created you to protect me. Thank you. I don't need you to do that anymore, but I appreciate you because when I had nothing else, you helped me. You're hating no parts of you anymore. I don't hate any part of me. I desire to understand and master these parts of me, but I don't hate these parts of me. I'm not going to ignore these parts of me. I'm not going to feel guilty or shame about these parts of me, right? Just speaking. Rub your hands and speak. Y'all, I promise y'all this right here will get you through some of the toughest times. Now, deep breath. Stop. Pull your hands apart. Feel. You can even start to move and mold the vibration that you feel in between your hands. Mold it. Visualize a ball. I like to use gold. Whatever color resonates, visualize a gold ball. You have created this gold ball of love, affirmations, just building yourself up, right? You feel the vibration, you feel the ball, hold that ball, take it, and drop it into your crown chakra. See, whatever color, just coming down, inside, all around, filling up your auric field. Filling up your auric field with that love, with those affirmations, with that nourishment you just gave to yourself. And deep breathe. It is done. So mote it be. Ashe, Asheo, Shalom. However you end it, Amen. It is done. And y'all, if you do this every day, I feel like within 3 to 5 days, you will start to feel the shift. You will start to feel things moving in your favor. Y'all, and I know y'all probably still feel the vibration. I still feel the power and the vibration. Yes, it is done. It is done. We are a collective, y'all. And we are being called to be like bees. And to be able to not hive-minded in a negative way, because there's always going to be a negative. There's always going to be polarity, duality that exists within this world. But where we communicate telepathically, where we say, you know what, I want to have good thoughts. I want to have beneficial thoughts, not good. I want to have beneficial thoughts, not just for me, but for everybody in the collective. This is my offering to the collective. It's not just about you. This is my offering. This is my covering for children who are being abused. This is my whatever it is. And you could take that ball of light, and once you put it on you, you could do it again. Create another one. And then you send that light out. I send this out to everybody who is being heartbroken right now, or the heartbreaker, to the people who are realizing, you know what, this marriage, it has done what it was supposed to do. This relationship has done what it was supposed to do, and it must end. We're going through cycles. Death, life, rebirth, cycles. You cannot avoid cycles of life. Okay, and I think a lot of us was hoping that being spiritual, being magical, mystical minded, and studying it and using these new tools would remove some of that stuff. I know that I was hoping that it would. I was hoping for a shortcut. I was. But things that are really valuable take time. You're worth it. Whatever's happening in your life, If you fill yourself up with that love, that is what's going to exude from you. And because the laws of the universe match vibration, then you're going to magnetize and attract to you what you are cultivating inside of you. And your outside exterior situation eventually will change and work out in your favor. It always does, right? It always does. It always works out for me. No matter how bad it get, it always works out for me. This is the new language for the new earth to nurture the new you. Because if you're frustrated, whatever you're disappointed at yourself about, I think everybody can think of something, at least one thing you're disappointed about yourself. If you're disappointed, that's a form of hate. That's a form of I despise this flaw, this character flaw, this personality trait, this decision that I made. I despise whatever it is. Can you give love to it? That is the real question. Because if you cannot give love to whatever it feels like it is hurting you and killing you, then that means that you're giving hatred to it by default. Because you can't love and hate at the same time. So if love is void in that moment for that situation, then that means you're sitting in a stew of hate and you're despising your situation, which is causing you to have resentment. And that stuff builds up and gets trapped in your organs. Not just the body. It's deeper than that. So within your cellular regeneration, you're sitting in a pot of hatred and disappointment, and it makes you feel dread and despair. I had despair hit me so hard a few days ago, where it felt like my heart was sitting in my stomach. You know that feeling, like right before something really, really terrible happens, but maybe nothing terrible ever happens, but you just feel it. Like I had this deep despair and this dread. I was like, what am I feeling? Yes, we had the car wreck this week, but physically, we're going to be okay. Cars can be replaced. But that despair and dread that I was feeling, it was deeper than that. It was deeper than what else we're dealing with. See, y'all have to realize that because we have been avoiding darkness for so long, dark matter is like, you cannot avoid me. See, the divine feminine energy is the energy of the void. It is the energy of blackness. It is the energy of darkness. And all through ages, we've been taught all of these mythologies and stories and scriptures that the divine feminine energy is toxic and it's bad and it's manipulative and it's destructive and it'll destroy you. And that Solomon, the soul of man, the wisest man in the world, wisest part of you, went into destruction because of these women who were pagans and worship other gods. Like we've been told these stories over and over and over again. And so the divine feminine has been demonized. So when the darkness shows up, and then it's almost like now you feel like you in a battle and you got to fight the darkness, not realizing that the darkness is the offering that's being made for you so that you can transmute it and create something beautiful from it. The darkness ain't showing up to destroy you. The darkness is showing up to communicate with you, to finally move you enough, emote energy in you enough that you begin to catalyze. You begin to transcend. You begin to reattune yourself. See, this is why the harmonic frequency, knowing your galactic signature in the Mayan calendar is so important. So we're going to do the webinar. The first one will be coming up. Okay, Sunday, we're going to be doing a webinar. If you haven't seen the flyer yet, we're going to make sure that we send it out to every email of everybody who is subscribed and a member of the website, remnantsgathering.com. This is what we're going to be discussing. If this is resonating and speaking to you, you should be definitely signing up for this free webinar. And we're going to have it available for you to sign up very soon. Okay, Ernest is actually working on it today. Amidst all of the stuff going on, we doing this. Come rain, sleet, snow, we're doing this. It must be done. Because before December 21st comes, whatever it is you've been dealing with, we want you to have some for real tools and foundations that you can use and stand on that are practical and that will be saving. And that will allow you to come up out the mud. Because right now, a lot of us are in the mud, but the lotus flower, enlightenment, it is nourished by the mud. You don't have to let your mud torture you and torment you. You find the nourishment in the mud. It's there. It is there. Whatever about yourself you don't like, you disappointed about, trust me, it is something awesome in that. So for those of you who, the self-love, I showed y'all the self-love practice. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little more, because this webinar, we're doing 2 webinars before December 21st. That's how serious this is. And I had already said, no matter what happens in our life, we got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it is definitely demanding on us, but we doing this. It is necessary that we do this, because our egos have been sabotaging our lives, and it's got us feeling like we enemies with ourselves, and we fighting ourselves, and you not. You feel, I know you feel like you should be past this, and you should be better, and you should be to the point where you just got mental magic so strong. You just already know. You like, man, like I should be past this by now. I can't even control how I talk to people. Like, what the hell? Like, I get it. I get it. So I gave you the self-love piece first, but I'm telling y'all, darkness is where it's at. The darkness is where it's at. The darkness is what created you. The darkness is how you were able to grow in your mother's womb. You were not in light. We have demonized divine feminine. We have demonized darkness so much, and now we're clearing that. Now that stuff is being readjusted. Okay, and so let me give you one more thing that you could do that I feel would be beneficial. Okay, not only do you find a way to offer love to whatever you are experiencing and encourage yourself, okay? But this would be something that you could do. Look at yourself in the mirror, directly in your eyes, okay? And stare at yourself in that mirror until you start to feel maybe uncomfortable, maybe weird, maybe you don't really know what you're feeling, maybe you feel some sensations. I want you to soul gaze with yourself and just see what comes up for you. You might bust out laughing. You might start crying. Whatever comes up for you, don't demonize it. If you're comfortable with doing this, you can cut the light out and light one candle. People say a black candle when you're doing shadow work. I say it can be white. White go for everything. If you want to take this to another level, cut the light off, so it's just you, back in darkness, in which where you were created in the mother's womb. You are recreating the atmosphere for transformation to happen of the womb by being in the darkness, okay? And light a candle, and you stare at your soul. And whatever it is that comes up, you might, a lot of times, like for me, I saw horns form, a crown form. Maybe your eyes get real big or little, or maybe your eyes go all black. Can you not be judgmental of whatever comes up for you? Whether it's something visually or a thought that you're hearing, can you give love to it? If you can learn how to give love to yourself, to your shadow self, to the parts of you that you were disappointed about, the parts of you that you hate, if you can give love to that and some attention to that, your shadow self won't have to feel like it's got to show out so much. And you will be able to integrate with your shadow self so that you're not fighting your shadow self all the time. Because if you're busy fighting your shadow self, it's going to be hard to have energy to go through the awakening and actually consistently apply the knowledge that you're getting. Okay? So offer love to that. I know, I ain't gonna lie, one time my shadow self showed up in such a way, it scared the hell out of me. I was just like, that's worse than any horror film I ever seen. Like, it tripped me out. I couldn't believe, but it exposed how fearful I was of parts of myself. okay? And it exposed how judgmental I was about parts of myself. Thank you for the donation, sis. I say one, Miss Loving Life, whatever it is that you desire, needs, sis, may it come to you 30, 60, 100 fold. Yes, thank you. But you stare at it, and whatever come up, give love to it. If it scare you and it's too much, some people say they turned into a bird. Some people say they look like a mermaid. Can you not be judgmental to that? This is a practice. Not being judgmental is a spiritual practice, and it is one of the most powerful, quickest ways to enlightenment. It's releasing judgment. One time I did it and I looked like an old man, and I was a little offended because I'm like, I'm on some goddess shit and I'm up here doing shadow work, and I looked like an old man. I had a beard, real thick bushy eyebrows. It was just crazy. It was just like, yo. And I started dialoguing with my shadow selves, however they showed up, because however it shows up for you in that moment is how you needed to perceive it to get the outcome that's necessary to get you to where you're trying to get to. So our shadow self is not the enemy, but it's been demonized as the enemy. It's not the enemy. The shadow self is just all of the parts of you that you had to create to protect you. So your shadow self might show up looking kind of like what a demon would look like, because maybe your shadow self was created by a lot of negative energy that was trying to harm you. And so your shadow self took on the form of something that will incite fear. Because see, this is what my shadow self told me. I was like, why you got to be looking so ugly and scary with these big old teeth and these black eyes? What? And she said, because I release judgment. When you release judgment, your shadow self will talk to you more. You won't have to have these fights. Y'all gonna be integrated and in a relationship with each other, and y'all can have equal respect, and you create boundaries with your shadow self. Like, look, I don't need you to be in the driver's seat right now. I got this. I feel like it was you that showed up. I feel like my wounded self caused me to say things and do things that I know is not a part of the timeline that I desire to be on, to be my higher self. So I just want to let you know, I appreciate you. I see you. I acknowledge you. But I don't want you to show up like that. And I have free will. You a part of me. So this is a boundary. Just talk. Same way you would in relationship with another human being. So with my shadow self, oh, it's pretty. I like it. Yeah. Y'all look at my daughter's hair. I'm jealous. Then somebody just put, thank you for the donation. Look, it's the same color your hair.
Hey guys, this is my hair.
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay, bye guys.
Yeah, heart chakra energy. You better be working at heart chakra. Now you got to do heart chakra meditations every day.
Yep.
Can't forget it now. So y'all, yeah, that's our oldest daughter. Everybody like, that's such a lucky color. She's so cute. She's so pretty. That's right. She been going through her own stuff, y'all, but she rising from the ashes. You hear me? This is all about the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the season. This is the season for the people who've been losing to finally win, to finally get the love and give that love to yourself you've been needing. I'm telling y'all, it's not all bad. It looks like it, but it's not. But I'm gonna finish telling you about the shadow self. Oh, thank you for the donation, Nazir. Oh, may that return to you 36 to 100 fold, whatever it is that you desire to manifest. Thank you. I love y'all. Y'all so sweet. Like, our tribe is like, y'all sweet, but y'all crazy as hell too. I do y'all readers, I know, but I'm just saying, y'all sweet though. But so yes, my shadow self said I had to look that way to protect you. When you look like an innocent little girl, there were men who thought about snatching you, kidnapping you, and they didn't because they saw me. When she told me that, I had so much respect for my shadow self, and I felt so bad that I demonized her because she looked like a demon. And I didn't even have the understanding of what the whole demon angel thing is about. See, a lot of us don't even know the differences between that quite yet because you just got on the journey. And it's so much information at one time. You don't know what information you really need to dig in and study and what you don't. You don't want to be wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be spiritual bypassing the way that we did in religion. If you never heard the term spiritual bypassing, I highly recommend that you look it up when I finish this video. There are playlists on top of playlists on top of playlists on the channel. It will always say Weirdo Gang, RG Weirdo Gang playlist, part 1, part 2, part 3. All of our meditations, relax, meditate, visualize, relax, self-love, visualize. Go through the playlist. Almost any question that you have, you will find a video addressing it in our playlist, and it is very extensive. So I really believe I damn near found every solution and answer to every question in those playlists. If you're looking for a meditation to do, we got to meditate. It's going to benefit us to do so. Okay, so releasing judgment of your shadow self, releasing judgment of the shit that you feel like you were disappointed about. Okay, we human, y'all. We here to be humans. Humans don't get everything right. It's like you gotta be easier on yourself. Thank you for the donation. King Kufu, Ashe, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute on the live. Thank you. May that return to you 36 to 100 fold, whatever it is that you desire to manifest. That's heart chakra shit, you know what I'm saying? That's like giving that love right back, you know? But yes, y'all, you are good ground. You are good ground. If you are in a relationship right now that you don't feel like reflects who you really are, it's because that relationship is reflecting who you really are. And it's just a part of your shadow self, the parts of you repress. It's time for us to acknowledge these parts and say, I love you too. You messy as hell, but I love you too. Oh my gosh, you cannot stop gossiping, but I love you too. Oh my God, you are a hypersexual ass, bad decision making, whatever it is. I got some whole tendencies, but I love you too. Like, this is the new language. I love you too. Man, I be making some badass decisions, but I love you too. This is the new language for the new you. I promise y'all this new language will change everything. Thank you for the donation. Who is this? King Dawood. Ashe. Ashe, but you know, yeah, I'm gonna say Ashe. Oh, thank you. Keep up the sister. Love your work. Ashe, thank you for that, man. They return to you 36 to 100 fold. I'm getting it in here, y'all. I had already meditation. I seen it. Like, the resources just coming in so huge where I'm telling y'all, the abundance, I'm telling y'all, just keep watching. Just keep watching. It's time for us to rise from the ashes. Who is this? Ashe Nate D. Up here dropping European money up in here, a whole other currency. Ashe, may they return to you 36 to 100 fold, whatever it is that your heart desire. So y'all, your shadow self need love too. That part of you that you are disappointed about need love too. This is the great challenge. So if you've been looking like, what's my next spiritual thing? What's, you know, I need a reading. I need another ritual. I need a, you know, and I want to say, just stop and say, okay, wait a minute. Maybe connecting with parts of myself that I haven't connected with is what I need right now. And I really feel that that's what we need right now. I really do. Thank you, moderators. Reminding them, y'all, check out the website and stuff. We get ready to do the webinar. The webinar is coming up soon. Yeah, I'm over here messing up stuff. The webinar is coming up soon. So stay tuned. We'll be posting that. And we're going to give you even more tools than what I give you today. And a lot of this stuff I just create. But I'm telling you, your shadow self is where your power is. And the reason why a lot of us have not manifested and made certain decisions in our life that we know we need to is not just because it's hard, but the truth is, it's just uncertain. It's going into an uncertain space. We don't like when we feel like we don't have full control of what's happening in our life, but you don't have to. You cannot micromanage the universe. Some shit that's dying in your life was because it was going to kill you later. So the universe is like, I'm just gonna mess this shit up for you now, because if you kept holding on to it, it was going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like having a snake and you holding on to it, and one day it's gonna bite you, you know, but the snake just being a snake. So, you know, sometimes when you're calling for help for your ancestors or however you pray and meditate and however you get assistance from your divine spiritual team that is with you, it comes in the form of shit happening. And Kali had showed up. Kali showed up. I didn't know much about Kali. She showed up and she kept popping up. Then Ganesha kept popping up. And I was like, okay. I read a little bit and I'm like, oh, hell, you know, because Hecate showed up first. So I was like, okay, y'all pulling up on me like real deep. Was what, like, I feel like I'm finna get jumped. Why y'all ganging up on me? And they like, we're giving you what you've been asking for. We showed up to give you what you've been asking. I'm like, damn, you giving me darkness, you know? And they're just like, well, what nurtured you? What nurtured you? And yeah, it was the darkness. So the darkness is not about evil. It's not about bad. It's not about any of that. Don't even worry about what Satan is doing and all that. Just forget all of that. Forget it. Just for now, it will be beneficial just to forget it. Because as we're coming into December 21st, 2020, which is really 2012, I'm telling y'all, the battle right now is so major. The skies ain't the skies that you grew up with. That's a whole other being happening up there. All them chemicals and blood mixed up in the chemtrails they've been spraying, all of that, they're terraforming the planet to be something else. We're waging war energetically. We're in a frequency war. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that all of us need more of and can do better? Love. How we treat ourselves. How we treat ourselves. How we treat ourselves. 9 times out of 10, if somebody in your life is mistreating you, it's because you mistreat yourself. And whenever I get mistreated, I'd be like, you know what? Have I been neglectful to myself lately? And most of the time, I will find that I have been. So I want to say it's only happening just for you to see it. It's the year of mirrors. We getting it right. So just imagine that the rest of this year, what you're doing is reorchestrating soul contracts. You're agreeing to certain stuff and saying, nope, I want to banish that. I'm not taking that with me. You know, so that's what happened. That's why you feel the pressure. I'm gonna pull a card for us collective. 72 people. Ashe, look at y'all up in here. Oh my gosh, I did not expect to have that many people in here today. Oh, thank you, baby. I didn't know you was on here. Yeah, it's coming from the heart. Let's see, who is this? Said it while you're the God. Talk it, talk, goddess. Ashe, I love it. Yeah. Y'all so special. Thank you, One Trek. Yes, I'm finna pull this card. You wanna correct it? What's up? What's up? I always say Riz Murte. Hope I'm saying it right. What's up to you? Yeah. But yeah. So venture into your darkness. All right. So let's see. What is important for us to know right now? Like, no bullshit. A lot of us is tired of the bullshit. And we just ready to face life. We ready to face life and we ready to face ourselves for real. And boy, it's showing up in a lot of different ways and we need guidance. No, we don't need guidance. Okay, because we're getting away from need. That means that you lack something. We're open to accept guidance. What wisdom would you like to share with us? Pull number 4, which is against the grain. Against the grain. Wow. I'm going to read about this. This is going to be a trip. I already know. This is going to be a trip. All right. Here we go. I hope my phone. Do I have a charger over here? Hold on, y'all. I don't want it to cut off on y'all. Thanks to my baby. He always got gadgets and all kinds of stuff that I happen to need when I need it. Okay. Okay. Now. No, that's too short though. Hold on. Sorry, we're gonna make this work. Hold on, because we finna get this card in. Yeah, okay. We finna get this card in. All right, because this is important. It says, okay, Y'all, I gotta be right up on me now. It says, you want birds to be able to fly underwater. You want love to trump power. You want humanity to relate to each other as equals and to recognize the sacredness in you and in the world around you. You want to unleash the beauty that hides even in the ugliest of scenes or sentiments.
Mama,
yes, baby.
I want to send this to Aiden.
Oh, that's a good job.
Starberry and Kavani.
Yeah, that's a good job. Look at you. Okay, when I finish, we will. This is right on point. Didn't I tell y'all? This is right on point, okay? This is literally what we just talked about. It says, you want to make possible what others say cannot be possible. You are a radical dreamer, a sacred rebel, and you bring the light of a more positive future to this world. However, this can have its burdens. Deep within you, you may feel that you don't really fit in with the rest of the world. Weirdo gay gang. We don't. We the remnants being gathered, you know. Perhaps your sense of how things can be and how they really are is so different to the smaller minds or more fearful hearts of many others that you are rarely received for all that you offer. Most people can't, if you're trying to make a deposit and the ATM machine is not equipped to do it, they can't receive what you offer. So if you've been giving out energy and it's like people, their mind is small, they're small-minded, their heart is fearful, and they just can't receive it, it's not for everybody. So just hold on to it, you know. It says, this might make you feel frustrated, thwarted, or even lonely at times. The universe so loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness in you that dares to honor that which is different and renders the impossible possible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways and become dry, serious, appropriate, and conventional, not even for appearance's sake, for you would lose your essence. You are here to show that life is about so much more than conventional success. This oracle comes with a message for you. You are someone who lives and breathes in the depths of creative waters. You need to lose yourself to the flow of music, nature, dreams, imagination, and fantasy through art and literature, meditation, dance, and in sensual surrender to the sacred waters of the ocean, the river, the lake, or your bathtub. I just said this. You must go against the grain. It is just your way. You are not one of the followers, but one of the agitators. However, yours is not a force of disrespectful chaos. You are a loving catalyst. And by simply being yourself, you constantly remind people that there is always another way. This oracle comes with a particular guidance that you are meant to be exactly as you are. You are meant to be the black sheep, the rainbow sheep, or even the wild wolf in the flock of sheep. The daring butterfly spirit calling to the caterpillars, that is you. The price you pay for the gift of individuality is that you must take care of it and guard it so that you are not dulled down and conditioned into playing at being something or someone you are not. If this has happened or is threatening to happen, this oracle brings you comfort. You will always dream of birds that fly underwater. You know that the true nature of your being can never be changed at most. It could only be hidden for a time. Now is the time to accept who you are and allow your truths to be freely expressed. Don't worry about the effects of going against the grain. When we are who we are in truth, we attract the support, the protection, and energy that we need to thrive. Your power comes from the aligning your outward self with your inner truth, not with the general consensus. You will then find other dreamers, other wild butterflies, and atypical colored sheep to join you in conjuring better visions for our world. Now, this is your healing process. You're going to close your eyes. Relaxation is always the key. So keep practicing this. And I know it's hard. I know thoughts be popping up in your head and you can't focus. It's okay. Just deep breathe. Go through the meditations. I got some meditations. I'm one of the most difficult people to relax. I'm definitely an air witch. I'm definitely airheaded. You know, I'm always in the clouds and in my head, and I don't ground. I have to ground intentionally to ground. So ground yourself in Mother Earth. Just lay, relax. Relaxation is really the key because you're releasing resistance, which is just gonna allow whatever energetically you have queued up to be manifested to you. But sometimes we have to relax. Take 7 deep breaths in and out as you bring awareness into your body and the space that exists within your body. When you are relaxed, imagine, sense, or perceive a winding river of golden light that starts below your feet. We just did that. Since it's gathering there as a pool of liquid golden energy, it has an intelligence of its own, and it winds its way into beautiful patterns before you, flowing with grace and playfulness. This river of light symbolizes your life journey. Just notice it and enjoy it. See that your life journey is unique. You may focus on your own river of life or expand your awareness to sense the rivers of light that represent the journeys of those around you. You may see, sense, or feel that their paths are unique to them also. No one has the exact same journey to take. And even though we all are heading towards that one destination of absolute love, this is really what it says. So perfect. So after you visualize this liquid golden energy, okay, and you can, like I said, you can visualize other rivers. You don't have to just focus on creating one for yourself. All right. After you do that, you're going to say this out loud. I honor myself. I honor the truth that I express through my very being. I accept the protection that I am offered so that I may go against the grain from a place of love and as an invitation for others to be open to life. So be it. If you need to rewind this and go back, I will actually take a picture of this and post it on the community tab so that you guys can read it. And when you are ready, simply open your eyes, and you always want to smile and deep breathe and just give gratitude to that. Just go ahead and nourish. Speaks. Stop. I'm gonna put you on camera. You want to get on camera? Because I know you don't like being on camera. Well, I don't understand why you're doing that. Are you talking back? You want to say hello? You do? Y'all say hey to Speaks. Say hello. Yeah. But, okay, y'all. I'll be through in a minute. Yeah. She a trip. But, yes. So, y'all, seal it with gratitude, okay? It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We're just being called to be creators of energy, okay? To be intentional creators of energy. So just continue to do that. Check out the website. We got sales on all of the potions. They're marked down at the lowest price they have ever been. All you got to do is put it in your spiritual baths, or you can put it directly on. You can put it on your third eye, however you want to use it. If you don't know how to use it and you want to try it, just message me and I'll tell you how to use it. I've even wrote blogs on how to use our potions. We got new crystals available. And we're working on a webinar. We're getting that available. If you want to join us on WhatsApp, we also sent out the email to everybody who is a member of the website, the link for our WhatsApp. And it's on the community tab of our YouTube as well. If you can go there and join our WhatsApp, and that's going to be really, really personal. It's going to be really on some family shit where we can talk to each other and text each other and send each other pictures. And maybe you walked outside and saw a UFO. We want to see it too. Maybe you don't want to put it on your social media, you know, because so many people, hearts and minds are so, they're not ready to awaken yet. And you don't want to be snatching people out of the womb. It don't matter if it's an artificial womb or the 3D matrix or not. You can't be doing that. Let people go through their process and have their path, you know. And let's see, is there anything that I'm missing? I think that is everything that I needed to share tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all did, give us some likes and share with other people who you feel maybe are like-minded, you know. Yes, that's right. That shallow breathing. Yeah, it's important. So this right here, this video is, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you. You are going through the awakening. You are doing something that maybe no one has done in your family for a very long time. You are learning how to heal. You're reparenting yourself. You're doing so much at one time. And just celebrate you. Celebrate you. Okay? Even if you just messed up, celebrate you. And love will turn things around. The laws of the universe don't give a damn about what color we are, what gender we are, how much money we make, or nothing. If you learn how to get in alignment and hold that alignment, and when you feel like crying and your vibe just low, let it go low. Just know when you go high, you're going high, because it's going to equal how low you went. So how low can you go? How much love can you give while you low? Give that love to yourself. And if anybody's going through a hard time, which I know many people are, share this with them. Whether you think they vibe with it or not. One thing we can all agree on is that when you feel the resonance of love when somebody is talking, it's no words are needed, because the frequency is speaking for itself. All right. We love y'all. Thank y'all. My phone finna go dead. Thank you for the donations. Go to the website, remnantsgathering.com, and peace.